into tier 1, but still stepping in as an emergency sub for Ignar. Not a bad one to pick up.
Dokla's big in China.
Yeah.
He was getting millions of views.
It was crazy.
He was just pumping out content, video after video, millions and millions of views.
My feed, all worlds, was just him shirtless.
I like
shoulders up.
By the way, they have these LYON are handing out these crowns.
Yeah.
So
they made. I guess somebody made their own Dignitas one.
Well, he just flipped it around, Kangas.
Oh, that's what he did.
It's the other side. It's the blank side.
I like that. I like that.
So he's using LYON's own merch against them.
Is this the J4 crown? I'm trying to see on the LYON one. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Thematic. We do have a lot of love here for a lot of the younger players coming in. XU, some fans right there. I like that. Did XU hover Katarina?
That may or may not be his girlfriend.
I was going to say, did he hover? I didn't notice a Katarina hover, and usually that happens.
Uh-oh. We better see a Katarina hover up there real quick here.
Well, he's going to be up next here as it's Rise locked in first for LYON. A lot of mid lane bans with the Azir and the Ziggs, and then Malphite taken off the table. Meanwhile, it's Varus, Nico, and Jace on Dignitas' side.
So we assume the usual answer is Talia for Talia Rise matchup here. And it looks like that's instantly going to be the direction that they go for. And then when you have Talia, you want to build with that some hard CC to set up Seismic Shove. So, you know, Vi, Pantheon are two of the best like junglers that pair with it.
There we go.
And there we go.
No Katarina hover.
It's almost like this formula has been very similar for a long time.
All right, I'm going to call XU out for this later. But yes, the formula has been used time and time again. And pretty easy to see. Inspired, please save my What happened to your fantasy LCS points?
I mean, they did pretty well in the first game.
They did.
So
I'm just wondering, they must have had a lot of Sentinels and TL players.
Berserker Aphelios returns.
Yeah, we've seen this one before. Known for his Zeri, known for his Aphelios, known for his hyper team fight carries. Oh, we got the J4 guy with the J4 crown. That was awesome, actually. Just realized. Lulu to pair with.
They actually decided, they consulted him on what merch we should make for our first match.
True. It's a good one to go. This curse thing again. Oh, I remember that from last year.
The dog.
The dog.
The hot dog. Yeah. We actually need to see some more Nefiri. Honestly, I feel like Nefiri is still good.
35% on card insurance.
Palafox working multiple jobs, Kangas, okay? Respect the hustle.
That was a busy offseason for him.
He's selling insurance.
He's consulting.
Mid lane.
Yeah. I just love also seeing the general manager for Dignitas up there happen to be coaches. They were also having issues with the coaching staff coming in. Yeah. But now, hey, Breezy on the Alistair earlier. It's a rough early laning phase support to play. Nautilus not going to have that same weakness necessarily.
Zed, a fan in the audience as well. Zed Jungle just got nerfed with the monster damage multiplier, which I'm happy about and was deserved, but very rarely do we see it in the actual LCS. Maybe you got a little bit better chance at internationals.
I think Dig misses those also there.
I mean, I just miss Otacon in general. I thought.
You were a fan?
I was a fan. I like having a different sort of fight. You know. Different area. There's some mechanics that teams, took a little bit to get used to. Back to this game, though, because, Otacon is gone forever. This Gwen ban is respect to Photon. Remember, that was his favorite champion. He mentioned it himself, and he also spammed it every single game.
Support NACL. Sorry, I just had to shout that out. But yes, Photon loves Gwen.
From the heart right there.
That's where I'm from, baby.
That's one of those memes. This is where I grew up memes. I grew up on these streets. That's what it is.
I grew up on the NACL streets. It was Academy. It was Challengers League. Before that, shout out, Compete League, Big League. It goes back. It goes way back. And I mean, players like Breezy, players like Dokla has played throughout a lot of those tier 3, tier 2 leagues as well. The tier 2 ecosystem, very important for the health of the league. So thank you, fan, for that sign. I got bad news for this fan.
Oh, I mean, honestly, do you still believe in Santa Claus? Because they play tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Tune in tomorrow. We got that TSM 100 Thieves banger.
Meanwhile, in this game, we got the Jinx locked in here for mobility alongside the Nautilus. And then Pantheon hovered right now for LYON. Interesting to see right there, as it is locked, so that's going to be the jungler now.
Personally, I think Jinx is actually busted right now. I think Jinx in solo queue definitely is having a lot of success. I think should be utilized more in pro play. I actually think she's really, really powerful at the moment if you can keep her safe. And they do have good pick with the rest of their team. Talia, Vi, and Nautilus is really offensive CC. So we'll see. Can they create the space? If you can get the pick, then you get Jinx excited off the one kill. And that could be your recipe for team fights, Kangas.
You just need that one reset, that one kill. Burst somebody down with the Vi ult, the Nautilus ult, the flick back, and now maybe even more frontline here if they lock in a tank. Again, for Photon, he was mostly playing carries.
The ninjas we were talking about!
The ninjas! We saw this over in LEC week 1, the counter pick into Renekton. Let's see if it's locked in here for Photon, and it is. So the ranged AP matchup to abuse the Renekton.
Also, look at that champ, and then how do you forget that's a ninja?
It's just a little guy. Look, he's
in
like
a ninja costume.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyways, brings a big AOE threat for flanking. So I actually, I like this Dignitas, setup that they constructed for themselves. Aphelios, the thing that always kind of plagues Aphelios is if you have point and click CC and you've got flanks. So Kennen and Vi and Talia, like there's a lot of threats for Berserker to deal with, and so Isles is going to have to do some work to keep him safe.
Lots of shields, the big ultimate wild growth, give him that extra health. But is it going to be enough with all this dive coming in? And you can even pivot to help, wild growth, the jungler, the mid laner, whoever's getting targeted down, because again, everyone's going to be focused on that one kill for the Jinx reset. Lulu's really good at keeping one person alive, especially with the polymorph on something like the Vi going in. So coach is giving a fist bump on stage. Everybody at the Riot Games Arena, make some noise again for LYON versus Dignitas. Game number 2, and shout out the crowd, by the way. They have been incredible so far. So many signs. They've brought an incredible energy to opening weekend of LCS, so shout out to you guys. You're the rock stars.
Shout out to the guy that booed Kangas. That was funny. You made me laugh.
Shout out you. Shout out you as well. There we go. I'll give him some credit also. But here we go. Round 2. Let's see if LYON can make quick work of Dig. They did have a longer than expected game, Kobe. Game number 1 with the 10K gold lead. It went to 30 minutes.
Who believes in Dignitas after that last Baron and Elder? Oh, yeah, okay.
That's a lot of noise.
Look at this. Look at your screen
already,
right
now. Level 1. That's a better start to lane phase for Mobility and Breezy. Isles getting chunked out.
Berserker, though, gets 3 more autos with his ghost popped here, chasing them back down.
But it is a summoner spell trade advantage now for Dignitas. Last time around, they used barrier. This time it's a trade of heals and ghost from Berserker.
Let's see. Can we keep it spicy? Looks like we can. Both wards here in the side brush are going to have some vision. Meanwhile, the ward, speaking of wards, by Raptor Pit did see Inspired steal the Raptors. So yes, it is a split map, but you're splitting it, and your bottom lane, there's a Nautilus there. So they actually could go for some like cheesy ganks on bottom lane. You definitely at least want to get level 3 for junglers at the moment, but wait, Inspire's going to cross back, and they see him crossing back. XU, he's only 1 camp. He's still level 2. He's trying to get the Krugs in time to get his level 3.
And Inspired with the red buff, XU only having the blue, so we'll have to keep our eyes there. And bot lane actually not going bad for Dignitas here, so
it's only going to...
XU on the Krugs right now. Inspired can try... Oh, he Qs to take away some, but the bot lane's not roaming for LYON, so they're not going to actually pinch us immediately.
Yeah, you can jump over the wall. Yeah, and it was only going to be a 2nd camp, so it wouldn't even be level 3. It was he's always going to stay here. Regardless, though, Inspired crosses back, so Inspired going to have some extra timing.
Nice.
And as you say, and you point out, with that Q over the wall, I mean, just passes by Krugs, and it just happens to be perfect there from Inspired. Grabs that one, is able to clear out the rest of his regular quadrants now. So he can just clear straight, full clear up to the top side and try and put some more pressure back on the Kennen. One of the reasons Kennen has come back into the meta is because of these top lane changes that really value laning prowess, with top lane quests, isolating them a little bit more up there, and the Phaelites as well. Kennen, who can bully a lot of matchups with range advantage, has become popular once again.
And we've seen him do just that. So yes, the jungle is a rough start for Dignitas. XU going to be very behind Inspired, but top side, Photon gets a big shove. That's TP out of Dokla, and Photon is about a wave up in CS overall.
After the crab,
Surely we're not going to go for this. Isles will start tanking turret first, and first blood to Berserker is answered, but it's a double for Dignitas. The botch 2v2 dive from LYON.
those Dignitas believers stock is going up here because
yeah, make some noise, the Dig faithful.
They get a couple kills back there, Kangas, and Berserker flashed at the end.
True.
So, and still died. So, okay, they go for mobility. They get him with the polymorph, but mobility has cleanse, so he gets back up and he shoots the Lulu down to get credit for that one.
Yeah.
Then Berserker also wastes his flash at the end. That tower is already heated up. He didn't think that tower was going to do enough damage with that last shot, but fully heated up. It has enough damage to finish him, even with the flash over, so Nautilus gets a kill for himself as well.
As, you know, it's going to be a good start for the bot lane. They're still behind in CS, but answering the kill and then also a kill onto Breezy means that he's going to be a little tankier. So, Dignitas not too shabby.
And I have to say, Berserker with no flash, like Aphelios with no flash should be a Vi target here. You've got Nautilus with flash. You have Jinx who can also follow up with flash. You know, has plenty of CC herself, so I would say put some more pressure down there. If you are Dignitas, just isolate the top side, let Kennen be 1v1 with the Renekton up there, and focus as much pressure as you can. Talia roams, Vi ganks towards this bottom side. Get Jinx really fed and hope you can win team fights that way.
Well, I gotta say, Inspired might have the same read as you because he's hovering on the bottom half right now, went for the Krugs. His Raptors are now spawning, so he'll go back up towards those as XU is in the neighborhood. Inspired's going to be ahead in the clear based on how that level 1 went. The invade getting basically 2.5 camp advantage over XU. So maybe XU can instead put some time towards bot side, but maybe he just plays for himself instead.
Yeah, Inspired is in a very good spot here. This is looking quite juicy. He's going to get to a very early level 6 on the Pantheon, so then you can answer any sort of offensive play.
Breezy goes for a hook right there. They have a big wave, and they had XU nearby, so I guess the call was go for the engage, but that was very early from Breezy, so they have to back off instead.
Yeah, and then the confidence here from Berserker and Isles, they've got the wards here through the Phalites.
Oh, I like the attempt from Breezy. Isles walked up to body block the Jinx W from the cannon. That's the turret plate now picked up. Breezy's not able to punish Isles for that attempt. As now an invade again from LYON here. They have Saint and Inspired hanging around on the top side near those Raptors.
Okay, LYON with the constant pressure here, still squeezing out a little bit more. Berserker with the gold lead again, got the turret plate, and guess what? He's gonna get another one here. The first two are so easy to take. Just unrelenting pressure. With Aphelios Lulu, you could put down so much harassment as well as getting the constant shove. So rewarded again. There's turret plate number 2 for the bottom.
Ooh, Inspired goes for another invade right now. Has level advantage over XU, and in comes Saint as well. XU will just fall break away. Flash follow from Saint to lock him down. Inspired with the second kill of the game, rather, for LYON.
This mid-jungle synergy where people were worried that these are going to be the 2 players. Wait, bottom.
Oh, mobility. Unfortunately, all alone in the bottom lane. His support's roaming, and he gets picked up. And the #1 Dig fan in the audience is okay. They can come back.
Why'd they choose the now to show it?
Yeah, that was
messed up.
That was a wild timing for production.
That was messed up. They're like picture-in-picture while mobility's dying. #1 Dig fan.
As Weaver's Wall comes in right now, could be a big play for Dignitas. Dokla
Bring that fan back up.
1v2. Bring the fan back on screen.
Where's that Dig
Dignitas
fan?
just found the big play.
Get that Dig fan back up on the screen.
Yeah!
There you go. Yeah! Second time's the charm.
There we go. We saved it. You saved it. Good job, Kobe. Dokla gets picked off right there. Photon gets a bigger lead now, about 2 waves advantage for the Kennen counter pick, who took the Ignite, and this early laning phase has gone great for him. So this Kennen, I love this counter pick into things like the Renekton. Again, we saw it in even week 1 of LEC. That's where I first got my look at it. Mobility takes a half his health bar chunk right there.
Ouch.
But it can win lane and can have huge impact in later team fights. Speaking of, we can still get later team fights. There's been no dragon taken already at close to 8 minutes in the game, so it's going to be a relatively slower paced dragon stacking game. As Inspired is instead invading on the blue buff, has Isles in his back pocket, Berserker's walking up. XU's thinking about it, is not able to smite it away. Inspired picks that one up, so Inspired just... He's got no chill right now, Kobe. He's just constantly invading.
And when you've got all these winning lanes, I think you should have no chill.
Yeah.
People say you have no chill like it's a bad thing, but...
This is a good no chill.
Sometimes it's a good thing.
Yeah. He is not giving any breathing room for XU, but actually decides to back off of the Dragon for right now. There was a small window there where Breezy and Mobility were faster on the roam. So again, a slow Dragon stacking game.
Yeah, honestly though, I think we're gonna be in luck and there will be a lot of kills. So
some tells me, as again, Mobility might just be too far forward, has to flash over the wall. And that's not an ideal position for the Jinx to be in as they're looking towards the Dragon. Saint, though, with some trouble. Flash from Breezy to CC Chain. XU goes down. His in comes Inspired. Has Isles behind him to keep him alive. They're just trying to buy space for Berserker to walk up. Polymorph views. Breezy in trouble. Support goes down for mid laner. 1-for-1 trade.
Okay, now it's going to be bottom crab. And I guess they're getting mid lane push here. Can Talia also get a turret played? Palfox, there's crystals on that thing. Easy, easy. Only a couple autos there with the crystal build up for the first turret plate, and you can just trade these grubs.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, grubs suck. I'm a massive...
You're a hater?
I hate grubs so much.
It's not good when the jungle main on the broadcast says that they hate grubs.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say not a bad window here for Dignitas. Yes, they're behind in gold across the map, but rather than other than topside. And let's get another look at this, though.
Yeah, I mean, a good shove. Seismic shove from Palfox into the Q here from XU, and so they get the kill. But Pantheon Ultimate inspired here with the lead with his extra level on Pantheon, and his bottom lane has, I'd say, for 100% of both games, had bot lane push.
Yep.
This bottom lane has just been like across the halfway line the entirety of the entire series. And so Berserker and Isles always the first to move, and they're able to get a counter kill into Dragon.
Still no turret plates picked up by Dig's bot lane. And again, I just want to give another shout out. E-subs coming in. Immobility and Breezy were not the intended starters. Mobility was a great collegiate player. He played for Winthrop University, got 2 times a top 3 finish in the CLO championships for Winthrop. Joining them after they had a championship run earlier in 2021, but he was never really able to like make a huge standout at the tier 2 level, was always just kind of the top at the collegiate level. So props to them for subbing in here in a rough spot for Dignitas overall, but they are laning against Berserker, who was MVP at one point in the league and has already experience with Isles too.
Yeah, and Isles was on Dignitas as well, so he knows the other side of this, and he is very happy to be on LYON now. Constantly pushing. This look very fun to play with Berserker, even when they're tower diving and they're just dying.
Yeah.
Still look fun.
They still walked out ahead in gold overall in this laning phase, though, despite that happening. Just shows the power of a player like Berserker. I knew him always for the team fights. That's where like I always saw, oh, Berserker's one of the best team fighters in the league, but now also being able to kind of do this in laning phase, yeah, the team fight's going to look even better.
You know what I know him for most?
What do you know for?
My favorite piece of Berserker content, as we get possible action here. My favorite piece of content was, I believe he did this interview with Travis Gafford, and they did the game where it was like, oh, I can give you like $2.
Oh, yep.
As we had a gank.
Yeah, Breezy's getting caught out right here. Actually, he's able to take the blast cone to safety. Now dredge line to the wall. Berserker does not have the gravitum yet. Saint, though, trying to get in there. Photon in a 1v1 versus Dokla. Dokla has the ultimate, but not enough range. Can't close the gap. Photon with the solo kill.
Yeah, basically what it was is, you know, you do the, oh, do you want $5, or I can pass it on to the next person and I'll double it for them as Mobility's dead again.
Yeah, he said I like money, right? Just like Isles probably did right there.
Well, you jumped the gun a little bit there on the delivery, but all good. That's basically what he said.
I wanted the credit of the punchline right there.
There's a little bit more to the story in the lead up before the punchline. But here's the punchline for Dokla is I wish you could see the cooldowns because he just used Q there. I think his Q is really close to coming up. And so he would have empowered Q there to try and get the heal, and then it would be closer.
Good job, top. Nice. Okay, just... Then we're just...
Yeah, good job, top. I like that.
I mean, to their credit, I know we're still being a little loose with this game 2 cast, but this is a much closer game than game 1. By this point in game 1, there was already like a 5K gold lead for LYON. This time around, I mean, we're still hearing in that voice comms that Dignitas, they're communicating, they're trying their best to keep in this game. Photon has a massive lead in the top lane now with 1.5K advantage individually. That's still just offset by how bot lane is going here with Berserker kind of sharing that, even double that lead himself.
So you would say they're currently doing their new personal best against LYON.
New PR.
Yeah, new
best
PR
is the best right there. As Breezy has to dredge line to the wall again and might not even make it out there. Berserker almost finds it. Flash from Dokla, though. This is a story of two lanes. Bot lane constantly shoved in for Dig, but their top lane is winning this matchup. And now we got a TP from said top lane. That's a Kennen flank looking straight at Berserker. He has the Ghost, plus the Lulu speed up, and the teleport is a little slow. Palafox, meanwhile, caught out here in the mid lane. Oh, I like the attempt from Dignitas. Not going to find it, though.
Yeah, they are not liking anything about this aftermath because they teleported away from top lane, so Dokla gets back into the game.
Yeah.
Kennen gets literal 0 down on bottom side because Lulu heal and speed up and Shirelia's. It's like speed is so underrated, but I love Shirelia's rush because just like that, you don't even have to take the damage. The speed just allows you to avoid the entire play, and then Dokla even benefits. Look at that. Crocodile very happy on the top side.
Yeah.
Berserker happy on the bottom side still. And, you know, one of the only weaknesses of Aphelios is being low mobility, not having movement speed, so...
Oh, but we're just going to force a play mid lane. No flash on Saint, remember. XU there for the follow-up. And that is kill credit to mobility. The Jinx Rocket snipes it.
There you go. Using their combo effectively. Dignitas with the assassination play, which will result in presumably an objective for them as well.
That is 3 ultimates used, however. No Vi ult, no Kennen ultimate.
Worf.
How confident is Inspired here? He's thinking about it, but steals the dragon! Now stunning up XQ's got Isles behind him, but Isles is the focus. Can they kill the Lulu? They can't! Flash away, Inspired alive with the wild growth. Berserker hit with the Nautilus ultimate. Where's the damage follow-up? Flash support, flash response as the Pantheon ult's behind everybody. Shut down to Photon. Dignitas, they did find a couple of kills, but Inspired steals the dragon.
That's some payback for Baron, buddy.
Yeah.
Give me that
He
dragon.
kept the receipt.
All right, so that's going to be 2-4 LYON. They retain the gold lead as well, but, I mean, the fights are getting crazy, really spread out here. I like, actually, that there is less coordination in this game than you're normally used to.
Scrappy.
And here we go, right over the top. Pantheon Smite and Q is a really, really, really effective combo for sealing objectives.
Hey, there was somebody on their phone. They were like, what's happening?
You can tell there, you know, holding the Palafox sign, which team she was rooting for with the result of that play. And it is going to be another objective for LYON.
Whew, all right, well, they're showing that they are willing to scrap, and again, a closer game too. To their credit, it's only 1,500 gold lead for LYON right now, plus those 2 dragons. But later dragons, as we're now on the Herald. Inspired starting it up, again has Isles in his back pocket, but Palafox has Breezy, no jungle smite steal from XU that time around. It is Inspired that secures the objective.
All right, they've got Vi ult backup now. Kennen ult is available, so try and go for another assassination play. Dignitas, they've got Vi ult, they've got, I mean, Taliyah doesn't need ult, you just need seismic shove, so ready to go for a combo here. Still no flash for the Rise, although that timer is coming back up very quickly. Berserker might be your target then because he's got no summoner spells for the time being as well. I mean, there's a lot of options here, and you've got to make use of these kill buttons on the side of Dignitas if you want to claw your way back into this game. Full send, and then try and get the ideal scenario like you did last time where mobility is the one to get the final hit with like Jinx Rocket or something, so you can try and get some money onto this Jinx that had such a terrible lane phase, is really behind the power curve here versus Berserker. So, you know, full send on some of these abilities, get that gold into Jinx, and pray as well. That never hurts.
That's usually my solo queue strategy as well. Is
smart.
Get my 80 carry gold and then pray. Because you know I'm not carrying those games. Mobility is able to catch a couple of safer waves here, though, as the game has slowed down slightly. He's been the focus of so much action, whether the jungle's nearby or it's just the 2v2. So nice that he's able to get some breathing room as Saint gets a push again topside. That's a lot of plates picked up.
I want to track Photon, too, because top lane quest is no joke here. You know, he's got 1 level lead over Dokla at the moment, and he's looking to make a flank play. Kennen, well, he's looking to make a crab play.
Ah, yes, he wants that one. I was also just noting that because he brought up the quests, Saint just finished his. So was a little behind on that one. It was roaming around the map a lot, so I can put him behind as Breezy now in the Lion Brush. Lion pouncing on top of him. The polymorph is used, and now Berserker might be in some trouble. Palafox gets the flick onto him, but he's still got the team behind him. Berserker, wild growth and shields will keep him alive as now Mobility's trying to unleash with Photon going in there for the engage. They got Berserker! 80 carried out! Dignitas stock high! They win a team fight with a double kill to Palafox.
They're making use of those kill buttons. The ultimates come through for Dignitas, and by the time Kennen gets here, then they can actually win. So the initiation onto Berserker, first it's able to get out the Lulu Wild Growth, they use up the Polymorph as well, and then when Kennen arrives, that's where the real damage is. So here's the initiation. They're going to go for Berserker. Isles does a good job of keeping Berserker up here, and if it was a 3-on-3, they would have been fine. But Palafox joins with the ultimate onto Leah. They get the seismic shove, and then Kennen comes through as well, and they're able to close the rest of the distance. Inspired on the front line, gets melted. XU goes back in onto Berserker. They flash forward. They get the kill onto Berserker. XU never even ends up dropping there, and it's nicely played from Dignitas on the other side.
And I gotta say, props to XU.
Nice, guys. Good job.
Really well played and great target selection from him, committing to the engage onto Berserker, then finding that Vault Breaker onto him afterwards. Saint was trying to kind of buffer it, it looked like, or get in the way, but XU found the angle and was able to shut down Berserker, the big 80 carry with a lot of that gold. So more gold in Dignitas' pockets, and they actually have a lead now, Kobe. 1.1k advantage to Dig.
The Believers are eating good right now. Protected Jinx comp, Flash and Cleanse are both available for said Jinx. See if they can actually set up this Dragon, though. Looking down the line, Berserker, Flash has a couple more seconds, Kangas.
Everyone from Lion are approaching from the same angle. We have the Pantheon ult coming in. Is he going straight to the Dragon? It is secured by Dignitas. Now everybody onto Inspired. Wild Growth is used on the Pantheon. Breezy first to fall, as Berserker can't get into the fight because of the Weaver's wall. Red and white, but not ready to fight, as Inspired has to flash away from the seismic shove. Dignitas get the Dragon, trade their support, and they get out.
Interesting. I mean, Dragon number 3 for 1 kill onto the support. I like it for Dig, honestly. We'll see if there's more damages done.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, with the Herald too, actually, it might be your whole tower. All right, well, now you're definitely going to be losing out overall on the play. A lot of extra gold picked up. They finished the tower with a couple extra turret plates left on it there. Gives some more room for this Pantheon Rise to be able to play the map. And this Lion team has very good possibilities of picking people off in side lane plays when you have Realm Warp and you have Pantheon Ultimate. So Lion have to be very careful and try and, again, use the synergy of their team comp, group up, and focus down that kill to get Mobility excited so they can run through the team fight. As long as they are kind of moving cautiously, then they can try and work around these semi-globals that Lion have.
And we're talking about Mobility on the Jinx because that's what the comp needs. But what's actually happening is, actually Dredge line onto Isles right now. Breezy going very deep. The team's not quite ready to follow up. XU says, I guess I'll go in, as Saint has a flank. Inspired to hit it with the Wild Growth, trying to get in onto the backline. Saint's in some trouble right now as XU's locking him down with Photon. Mobility on a killing spree now. 4-3-3 on the Jinx. That's 1 reset. If they can find more plays like that, Dignitas can keep themselves in the game, because as I was going to say, the gold advantages are on the solo laners with Photon and Palafox, and now Mobility is getting even more gold into his pocket. Dignitas are clawing their way back into the series.
Yeah, and okay, so I'm conflicted on this because
I can tell.
It was a bad look because Breezy just went in and he was going to get bursted and die anyway. But then, because he did that and died, Saint Realm Warped into the whole Dig team, and then he died. So it ended up actually being good, and it's props to Breezy mind control, I think.
He got Insane's head.
It was actually a 5-head play, because he trades his support level 9 life for a level 14 rise.
Yep.
And that's trading up.
The vibes were too good.
That's pretty good for them.
Yeah. So if Dignitas can find more ways to mind control Saint into Realm Warping into the entire team, they're going to feel very good about their prospects here. Meanwhile, again, It is about the bot lane differential for LYON. Berserker does have gold in his pocket, and we've seen in the past what Berserker is able to do on hyper late game carries with a gold lead. But Kobe, we'd have to ask the question a lot in the first game because there wasn't as much happening of like, how do we rate LYON's performance against a team like Dignitas, given the sub situation, given the power rankings? Well, now it's looking a little less kind on them because Dignitas have gotten themselves back into this game.
Yeah, your rank 1 prediction is starting to feel a little wobbly there, buddy.
I never locked it in, so maybe we still have time to.
That's fair.
Reverse the call.
I will say that I think we'll really tell once the Jinx gets Infinity Edge. Infinity Edge is very close, and when you get IE on Jinx, then we're gonna have the real moment of truth of this game.
That means your crits will do so much more damage. You don't even need to get the Lord Doms early because no one's really building armor on the other team. No tank items
mostly
inside.
health stacker or frontline.
But I do like Isles' build since we're kind of covering some of the builds. The Mikhail's is huge for Berserker. This is basically Isles saying, it is my job to make sure my AD carry does not die. And if Isles is able to do that, then Berserker can unleash, even picking up the shield bow 3rd item. It feels like LYON understand there's a target on Berserker's back right now.
Yes, there is. All right, can their split push actually work here, though? Renekton bot side, Ryze was up on top. Ryze without flash, though, after the last play, too, very detrimental. It's a long cooldown there, so not only did Saint die, but also having no flash for side lane plays means, look at the map. I mean, they don't even really have any sort of side lanes pushing early, and so it allows Dignitas to easily group up and play as 5 like they want. As soon as they get Kennen here, Dignitas are going to feel very, very good. They've got multiple avenues for engage. Photon has flash on the Kennen, level 16 with arm guard, with the gunblade as well. So keep track of that little rat.
5 stacks on Dark Seal. Watch for the little ninja guy. Photon would be spotted if he looked for the full flank around the edge, but he has the blast cone as well on top of all the other mobility. Dokla will go to check, see a control ward there, and Photon's actually left the area. Ooh, thank you, Observers! Photon on a big flank as Exu actually goes in onto Inspired, and now Berserker could be in some trouble. Flashes away, Wild Growth already, but it's Isles that's down! And Photon on a rampage! He finds the long flank, and Dignitas get a pick before the dragon.
Yo, can we get a standing ovation for the Observers there? That game of hide and seek?
That was incredible.
That was incredible. Playing with us with the Kennen, we said keep our eyes on the Kennen, and then they turned off the lights so we couldn't do it. And they increased.
But they knew.
The anticipation, and that was just beautiful because that was a story of 2 blast cones. Dokla used the one to go over and clear the Tri-Brush control ward, but sneaky Photon goes all the way around the back, and he found the deep super blast cone to not only burn Berserker's flash, force the Aphelios out of the fight, but then he also flash follows and gets the other kill. It was just really expert Kennen play there, hide and seek from Photon and the Observers.
Deathless on the flanking Kennen. 405. Photon is the one returning member from Dignitas from last year. He's the one that impressed me the most from last year's Dignitas roster, coming in a rough position. And I was excited that we actually were able to keep him in the region. You know, he had played in the TCL, he had played a little bit in EU, and now we have Photon here in the LCS. As Breezy walks up into a brush, trying to get some vision down. Dredge line to try and get to safety, and will do so. Would have been a bad spot to get picked right there, but yeah, overall, I mean, even in the first game, that was a rough loss, but Photon on the Cassante was buying a lot of space for the team. I'm very impressed with how this top laner is performing.
Yeah, let's see if Dignitas can actually keep it together here, because they've got their marginal gold lead and the 2 dragons to their name. But the real thing is they have such a good team fight here if they can set it up naturally and get all 5 together. And seems like they currently have not had a problem with any side lane minion waves, so it allows them to move in, get the early vision here, and get the setup they want.
And I don't know if it's exactly just the crowd being clearly behind Dignitas right now, but this is not looking like a LYON championship contending start to the year. They are struggling here in game number 2 and not living up to what they were able to do in game 1.
I think,
Oh, Zerker's taking a huge chunk of damage. He's trying to outplay, but Breezy is there to punish. Mobility gets the kill.
Pure, unadulterated ego right there. AD carry ego at its finest, baby. I hear some Dignitas.
We got chance in the crowd right now. They are behind this team who find a pick on the AD carry. They get the Baron uncontested. Dignitas are here in the LCS. Dignitas are making Lion sweat.
I also think, Genghis, there's a lot of people that just enjoy underdog stories. Yep. And Dignitas clearly, you know, one of the underdogs of the league and are the ones that do need to win if you want 3 games. So Dignitas now with Baron trying to push out through bottom side because there's so much gold here. All towers still remain on bottom. As evidence of the way that lane phase has gone in both games, where Lion's duo lane had been constantly pushing, but now with Baron, Dignitas get to go collect all this standing turret plate money that is on the map for them. Currently, finally now, the Rise is getting some split push done for Lion, though.
Okay, they're clearing out these blast cones. Dokla is there to watch X2 walk into the brush, and that is a
that's all.
slicing maelstrom from Photon. Swing and a miss right there. Dokla's able to get out, and they get the turret bot side, but look at top. Saint is pushing another one himself, but racing Baron, usually not going to be a winning battle. Instead, they're just going for the top camps plus the turret, and it will be traded overall.
Yep, keep splitting, open up the map, and they're going to trade just fine. I mean, take away jungle, take away, even though it takes longer to take the turret, they still do get it.
You don't need to win the race. You just need to equalize the gold trade right there. And you know what this game reminds me of, Kobe? This is the type of game that you clip it and you send it to that 180 carry friend that you have that always wants to FF at 10 minutes if they're behind in gold over their lane opponent. You're like, no, it's okay. We can come back.
Look at Mobility's mental here.
Yeah.
Strong.
Be like Mobility.
Strong mental.
You'll get fed later. You have a role to play still. 14 to 10 kills, 2 to 2 dragons, 45 seconds till the next one as Dignitas starts setting up the vision control around the area. And, I mean, they've won the last couple of fights. So at this point, pressure's on Lion to find a creative way to get into this Dragon Pit.
And honestly, I do think Lion are living up to what people thought. People thought they were going to be this really individually talented ego team.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing some ego plays.
Yeah, I mean, what Berserker just tried to do in the mid lane was an ego play right there. Stepping up to Mobility, who had the flash available. So
Guardian Angel picked up for Berserker now.
Oh.
So he can full send for, again.
Yeah, I mean, that's Shield Bow plus GA, and he has the flash back from the earlier play where Photon tried to get on top of him. So important to track that.
Enough, he'll probably use forward.
Knowing Berserker, yes. He's like, hey, get ready to wild growth me. I'm going to go in there and engage for us. But the team is not ready to contest the dragon. That is a 3rd dragon in a row picked up by Dignitas. 3 Chemtech dragons buffing their tenacity, heal, and shield power. And if they get that soul, that's going to make their non-true front line a little tankier. But speaking of front line, they walk straight into a brush blind. Photon chunked down, shut down to Inspired. He's got the wild growth from the Lulu behind him, and XU's got no assistance. Are we diving under the turret?
Hell yeah!
We got the Rise hold in, we got the Pantheon over top, but we got Mobility. Damage onto Saint. Lion bit off more than they could chew, as Mobility's now looking at Inspired. The tier 2 turret was still standing. Inspired's under turret, uses the GA cooldown. Weaver's wall to block him off. He can't get out of there.
Minions, though, they're fine.
Oh, the minions are in range. Inspired is fine. Lion find a 2-for-1.
Woo! Going super aggro here. I like it. And it's straight from the brush on the side. They get an early lead in this fight and try and push it so hard. They know there's no big objectives, so we're just going to full send on the actual fight, pick up another kill, grab the tower afterwards. And then you can see at the end, Inspired was just trying to zone off Mobility. Because Mobility, the Jinx had gotten excited, you use the threat of your stun on Pantheon, and he's playing the distance game, and he's just trying to push him off to make sure the Jinx doesn't come through with the extra damage. But this is the advantage of Vision. Kangas right out of the brush, they get the early jump onto the Kennen. Kennen has no Zonias or Flash now. That is so huge for Lion. They get their kills, and then they want to go for more. Inspired's got GA, Berserker has GA, so they've got extra lives to spend. On the top side, I remember the bottom side, they do kill off Saint. That was good. Good from Palafox and Mobility.
If anyone gets picked, it's okay to just let them die.
Don't make the play worse.
How close are you to GA?
Yeah.
I like that,
Sunk cost fallacy is one of the... Wait a second.
Saint could be in some trouble. Photon, can he burst down the Rise? Oh! It's a setup for Mobility! with a super mega death rocket from downtown.
That was beautiful. All right. They get a ultimate all the way from mid lane here. And Photon this time around does get the full stun, gets the full combo. And this pick, of course, you know, Baron's a full minute away, so we are going to get Saint reviving in time, but it does put LYON behind as far as the vision game. And you can see Baron vision is going to be really easy now for Dig to set up and gain control.
And Kobe, I want to point something out for the first time now. The gold has gone in favor of mobility. He came back, baby, 7-3-4
Can you vision? And maybe
on
they
the
take it out of
Jinx.
This.
What about this? What about this?
I
He
don't
has
know.
no flash. He has no flash. I'm watching you.
It's
I'm
just
watching
solo.
you.
Jinx rocket?
Beautiful.
Bang, on
Yes.
his head, bro. 1 minute 20 on
I'm
that, okay?
looking at you.
Love that from mobility. The crowd
I'm
here
watching you. I'm watching you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's communicating. The team is still involved in this game. They did not mental boom after game one, which can be the concern when you have that big of a shellacking, but definitely bouncing back here, and now they have firm control around the Baron pit.
Yeah, who's got the brush now?
Yeah.
Well, it's Dignitas.
It is, yes, we can see that. LYON can't see that as now they watch multiple members of Dig walk out to hit this wave. They'll catch their own.
They also have the Guardian Angel now. So XU has his Guardian Angel. Inspired's is on timer.
Oh, watch for Photon. He's looking for another flank. This time he would be spotted if he commits to it. Inspired sweeping him out, and we'll see the cannon. Now the cannon is all alone. Inspired jumps onto him. He did not realize the situation he was in. Photon picked off right at the Baron.
So good.
Oh,
also,
they're going for more. Yeah, it's Dokla trying to block him off, and it's the Pantheon ultimate over top. Grand Starfall plus mobility now taking chunk damage from the Aphelios. Dignitas do get out of there, but LYON will secure a firm position at the Baron.
So now is also really hard because you don't actually want to go send for a Smite Steal because you have Guardian Angel on XU.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, let's just risk it again and I'll go for a Baron Steal, it's too costly because you lose your Guardian Angel and you're going to lose your life. It's totally not worth it. So don't even try and go for the Miracle Steal this time around. That is just a very good play by Inspired here for LYON. Notice that when he caught the cannon, he also stood on top of the center of the blast cone. So Kennen could not use the blast cone. He was trying to like, oh, I'm kind of safe because I have like a super blast cone here. If someone pops out, then I can, you know, pop it and get away. But he couldn't click it because Inspired was dead center on that thing. And so, again, Kennen got jumped on, no Zonias. And that has been the recipe for LYON victories here. Is Inspired, seeking out, finding the Kennen, getting the initiation onto the Kennen, stun him early, blow the Zonias early. Here we go, though, round 4.
It is another dragon. This time it's Dragon Soul Point for Dignitas. It's about to spawn. No Zonias on Photon, but he has the flash available. It's going to be tough for LYON to try and get in here. Inspired will take the blast cone into the pit. Has the Guardian Angel available, even if he gets bursted down. Dokla
There's a team.
onto Dominus early. Now it's all Inspired in a 1v2. The team's not quite behind him. He gets pulled back in by Breezy. Smite goes through. It's Dragon Steel from Inspired. Now LYON can look for the rest of the fight. Photon goes over the Slice of Maelstrom, not finding anything for it. And LYON, for the first time in a while, will win a Dragon team fight, plus the steal on the objective. Breezy's going to be desynced with the rest of the team. So will Mobility as the crowd goes silent. They were cheering for Dig, but this time around it's LYON getting the team fight.
Inspired, I gotta say, you know, everyone was like, oh my.
Oh, okay, is Breezy going to get out of this? Let's go. Yeah, the other blast code. Saint's got to keep chasing him down to stop the back from coming off here. Long cooldowns on the death timers mean that this is probably the end of the game. Yeah, he's going to go for the back, but LYON have the cannon minion. They push in on the Nexus. They push in on Dignitas. LYON will win the series 2-0.
LYON paid handsomely to get Inspired on their team, and it was well worth it.
Yep.
This game, you were talking about, oh, are they living up to expectations?